Hi, I'm Les. I'm an old guy that likes to paddle whitewater rivers. Today I'm going to show you the lines down the New River Gorge. This video will have the first half of the river, and then the second video will have the second half. In these videos, a blue arrow will either be showing a landmark or the line through the rapid. Red arrows will be showing holes, rocks, and other problems. I hope you enjoy this video. The first rapid is Upper Railroad. You'll note it by the large rock that has a cleaved face on the left and a partly submerged rock in the center. The other two blue arrows show that you can go either right or left of the submerged rock. Let's start by going right. At this level, you get a nice glassy wave and you can push over the top. The more typical path is to the left of the submerged rock. Go off the edge at a diagonal, and then we usually just hit some waves. Here's a side view of that nice glassy wave. Further down at the railroad tracks, there is a Class 2+ set of waves, but nothing too difficult. Next is Lower Railroad, and you can either go river right or river left. We'll start with river right. There are a series of large rocks to your left and the shore line to the right. Simply dodge between the rocks on the right and left, and you shouldn't have any problem. Next is the left-sided approach, which works well as long as there are no rafts surfing the hole. Go between the two large rocks and you'll see a submerged rock that can be boofed. That is the normal line. However, as I went over, I saw a trough to the right that might be a better line. When you go over the boof rock, you do tend to almost flip. Next is Strippers. This is run on the right side of the river. Notice the large flat rock to your left. Once you're past the rock, you have to decide how to run the ledge. There are a couple of rocks with holes around them on both sides, and the preferred route is running left to right. Unfortunately, I missed the route and had to punch the hole, which was no big deal at this level. Next is Upper Keeney, which at most levels is just a wave train. There is a huge rock on the left. That's a marker. Next is Middle Keeney. The main marker is that large rock in the middle of the river. You can go right or left of the rock. First, we'll go right of the rock. Just follow the current flow by going left here and then back right to punch the hole. At this point, you see the last large rock on the right as a marker. The two red arrows show you the large hole on the right side, and the blue arrow is the preferred path. I keep getting pushed right and having to punch the hole to bottom, which at this level is not that hard. Now let's run the left side. There's a fairly clear trough to the left of the rock, and then you want to move right. Unfortunately, there's a canoe right there, so I had to eddy out and do a bow sweep. Once I got past that same old rock, I'm looking for the hole below. I I still ended up too far right and had to punch the hole. Next is Lower Keeney, which is one of the hardest rapids. The entrance can be tricky. The picture shows water coming in from both sides, shown by the red arrows, and what looks to be a tongue shown by the blue arrow. But it's very turbulent. You're going to want to move right, but watch out for the submerged rock right in the middle of the river. Get past that before you make your move to the right. Then just go right and punch the big hole near the bottom. You do want to avoid the keeper hole on the far left. Here is another entrance to Lower Keeney, a little more to the right. The picture shows the large hole on the right shown by the red arrow. The larger blue arrow is our path just to the left of that hole. The small blue arrow is the path we took the first time. But if you come in just beside that hole, I think you'll find it's less turbulent. The next rapid is Dudley's Dip. As we get closer, the primary feature is the very large rock on the far right that to me looks like a great white shark. Then there's a rectangular rock which forms a ledge shown by the two red arrows. To the left is a large rock shown by the blue arrow and a submerged rock shown by the second red arrow. As we get closer, the rectangular rock and ledge are more clear, as is the large rock on the left. The line is to go again to skirt the ledge hole on the right and then turn upstream. Here's the same rapid the next day with a little more water. I should have been to the right of the rock in the foreground with the blue arrow. I have marked the ledge with the red arrows, but the rocks are pretty much submerged, and it's difficult to see the rock on the left. That's another marker rock. As we get closer, we can see, starting from the right, the ledge, which is partly submerged, shown by the red arrows, the line shown by the fat blue arrow, the foreground submerged rock shown by the middle blue arrow, and the large rock shown by the far left blue arrow. I didn't make the correct line. I ended up splitting the rocks, but it worked out okay. This is a nice shot of the downstream view of the rapid.